Ya, si quieres... no, todavía no. ¿Ya me escucho?
Sí, acá estamos. Sorry? Yeah, every Monday.
Oh, every Monday.
Yes.
No wonder you look so happy and vibrant and all that.
Yeah.
Ya diles que ya vamos a empezar. Ya. Buenos días, queridos amigos. Welcome back to Latin Kiwi FM here on Planet FM. Buenos días, Monse.
Buenos días. Estamos haciendo algo un poquito diferente empezando en español.
Sí.
Cuéntanos por qué, Ceci.
Vamos a empezar el día de hoy en español, queridos amigos, porque tenemos invitadas muy especiales.
Muy especiales.
Entonces, al ratito vamos a pasar a inglés y vamos a hacer una traducción al mismo tiempo para poder explicarles a ustedes con quién vamos a estar.
Nuestras invitadas no hablan español, por eso vamos a tener que...
They are from Korea. We're going to talk with them later, very soon. Así que quédense con nosotros porque vamos a hablar de todo un poco. Les vamos a sacar toda la información del por qué estas amigas de Corea tienen una piel tan hermosa.
Ay,
tenemos
envidiable.
Que hacer algo por la comunidad también latina de que nos pasen sus mejores prácticas.
Sus secretos. Tenemos que saber los secretos.
Exactamente. Entonces, quédense con nosotros, amigos, pero vamos a hablar también de cómo estuvo el fin de semana y empecemos por el clima.
Ay,
Dios santo.
Yo no había visto todo el tema de la inundación. Está medio terrible.
Marlboro, en la isla sur, sobre todo, ahí es donde están ahorita las inundaciones. Ha habido hectáreas de casas, de viñedos, de ganado perdido. Lamentablemente, muchísimos animales perdidos. Fatalidades no ha habido en general como ha pasado en Alemania, que en Alemania también ahorita está la situación súper complicada. Pero bueno, ahorita acá en Nueva Zelanda hubo cancelaciones también de vuelos, de ferries, ha habido muchísimo aire, por ejemplo, aquí en Auckland.
Sí, el clima en Auckland ha estado muy terrible,
raro.
Mucho
helado
frío.
Y mucho viento.
Mucho viento.
Mucho viento.
Por suerte no tanta lluvia. Yo nunca he visto que Auckland se inunde. No creo que no.
Oye, ojalá toque madera, por favor, no llamemos al mal de los... Tuvimos también, hay que platicarles que también aquí en la ciudad de Auckland, como alrededor del mundo, se hicieron las famosas votaciones de la comunidad chilena. Y Monse nos puede platicar cómo fue, ¿viste hubo buena organización?
Fue la primera vuelta de las votaciones presidenciales en las que se reduce básicamente la lista de candidatos para la votación final. De presidente. En Nueva Zelanda votaron 432 chilenos. Que parece
432 que es bastante.
Yo también creo que fue bastante.
Bien, Chile.
Igual el problema es que hubo una mesa de votación en Wellington y una en Auckland,
por
lo que toda la isla sur queda medio desconectado
mira, no sabía
a menos que viajen, pero sí, claro. Igual en la isla sur tuvo un poquito, y en la isla sur hay harto chileno también, entonces yo vi harto chileno un poco descontento.
Porque no hubo una representación allá
en la isla sur, pero aún así fuimos, votamos, yo fui.
¿Cómo estuvo la organización?
Bien, sí, yo no me demoré nada, súper rápido, súper amable. Debo contar una anécdota que la chica que era vocal de mesa nos conocía.
¿Ah, sí? Sí, un saludo a la vocal de mesa que estuvo ayer.
No leí el nombre, yo sé que lo hemos visto antes, yo sé que la conozco.
Oye, un saludo.
No me recuerdo el nombre, pero sí, era una de nuestras seguidoras, así que fue súper divertido.
¡Ay, qué linda! Sí. Qué linda. Pues bueno, eso es lo que está sucediendo en prácticamente...
Y claramente por el cambio de hora en Chile hoy se están realizando las votaciones. La mesa en Nueva Zelanda claramente cerró ayer, igual que la de Australia. Pero sí, vamos a ver qué es lo que pasa. Probablemente el próximo lunes les conté cómo fueron los resultados, todavía no se sabe. Pero bien, me encantó ver que había harta gente, fue divertido igual llegar a este lugar y ver harto chileno junto, como que eso no pasa muy seguido.
Exacto.
Pero súper interesante, me encantó también poder hacer esta parte de tu deber cívico, aunque uno esté fuera de su país.
Sí.
Así que me sentí súper bien de poder ir a votar.
Pues bueno, queridos amigos, hay que estar al pendiente. Se supone que también vienen unas segundas votaciones, ¿o no?
Sí, claro.
Entonces hay que estar al pendiente. Y si ustedes no lo pudieron hacer ahora, entren a la página del Consulado de Chile.
Sí, para que cambien porque por ejemplo Pancho no lo había alcanzado a cambiar a tiempo, entonces no puedo votar. Pero para la próxima, asegúrense de que de que sí se pueda.
Estaría padre contactar al consulado de Chile en los siguientes meses para que nos den un apoyo en el sentido de información, platiquemos con ellos, nos expliquen cómo les fue con esta primera, nos den como un review, así que próximamente estaremos contactando al consulado de Chile. Ya amenazamos. Así es,
pongan una mesa en la Isla Sur.
Pongan una mesa en la Isla Sur, así que no se hagan, no es cierto. Muchísimas gracias a todas las personas que participaron. ¿Qué más pasó este fin de semana? ¿Todo tranquilo?
¿Qué más pasó? Sí, todo tranquilo. Tú tuviste ahí unos percances, pero no lo queremos conversar porque...
Lo hablaremos después.
Mucha ansiedad de hablar de malas. No hay que hablar más de cosas malas, yo creo.
Exacto, precisamente por eso el día de hoy elegimos otro tema.
Unos temas un poquito más, no por decirlo superficial, pero un poquito más tranquilo, ¿no?
Sí. No, y aparte, importante decirles que yo a estas invitadas que tengo las he invitado desde hace ya muchísimo tiempo, pero no habíamos podido coincidir.
Oye, son súper invitadas.
Queríamos traerlas. Entonces dijimos, tenemos que traerlas aquí y a Cecilia para que nos platiquen un poquito.
Les hacemos un avance de que si les interesa el cuidado de la piel y la moda, se queden para el resto de la conversación.
Sí, y aparte no solamente por el cuidado de la piel y la moda, es el hecho de que en el cuidado de la piel, que es una industria también demasiado manoseada, ustedes no saben que hay un montón de productos que literalmente te pueden estar enfermando y nosotros seguimos aquí pintándonos la cara como payases.
Es verdad.
Y es muy chistoso porque cuando conocimos a Kim, obviamente Monse y yo fuimos
nos abrió los ojos.
Latines, que obviamente nos encanta pintar.
Yo llegué con una sombra
color, con la boca roja, y la pobre señora se nos quedó viendo como, ¿y estas? En 3 días, ya, bye, adiós, crucificadas con ese plomo que traen adentro.
Aprendimos harto.
Ese mercurio que se tiene. Se
así que creo que esos conocimientos se los vamos a transmitir a nuestra comunidad ahora cuando hablemos con ella.
Exactamente, así que recuerden que Latin Kiwi FM, esta estación de radio es para ustedes. Cualquier cosa que quieran comunicarnos, cualquier cosa que quieran invitar a la comunidad, es totalmente gratuito, pero depende de ustedes. Yo busco a todo el mundo, pero también si ustedes no participan, entonces ¿cómo van a querer expresar todos los proyectos que tienen? Así que hagan su tarea, si tienen algo que quieran compartir, con mucho gusto este espacio es gratuito para ustedes. Así que yo creo que
antes de que pasemos a la parte inglés, uno de nuestros seguidores nos preguntó si íbamos a hablar de las votaciones en Chile.
Acabamos de hablar.
Nosotras tenemos, bueno, por lo menos yo también tengo esa sensación de que a mí la política no es algo que me guste mucho. No voy a emitir ni un juicio sobre política. No vamos a entrar en detalles porque Ceci es mexicana, no tenemos para qué.
No hacer ningún propaganda política a ninguna de los dos lados. Ustedes son las personas que son las que tienen que decidir a dónde quieren llevar el rumbo de su país. Este programa es para informar de lo que está pasando, pero no para promover a ninguno de los candidatos.
Porque lo lógico hubiera sido que un programa de 2 chicas latinas hablando sobre temas que le interesan a los latinos, ahondaríamos en el tema de las votaciones, pero no es nuestro lugar.
No queremos influir para nada en ti. Tú tienes que tomar tu decisión. Sí te vamos a decir que la comunidad latina se organizó para lograr en conjunto una democracia.
Y representamos bien a nuestro país, por lo menos.
Ustedes son las personas que tienen que decidir para dónde jalar. Yo soy mexicana.
No les vamos a decir por quién votar, ni cuál es.
No.
Eso fue todo lo que vamos a conversar.
Y esperemos que siempre, como en todas las votaciones, ojalá siempre sea para el bien de la gente, no de unos cuantos,
en
de
eso
las
estamos de acuerdo.
personas. Así que en eso terminamos, seguimos con Latin Kiwi FM, regresamos después de esta canción muy cool.
Now we're gonna start with you guys.
Now we're gonna start with you girls. Welcome.
Hola.
Vamos a agregarlas de una vez.
Tienen que usar esto, ¿no?
Okay. Now it's time to put your head. Ahí ya tenemos a nuestras. So what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do is gonna speak English and Spanish, so people can understand a little bit what's going on here. Most of them speak English, but we also want to be inclusive with everybody. So if you hear me repeating something in a very weird language, it's me. It's in a beautiful English, a very romantic one.
Yeah.
It's us.
You're going to be busy translating and talking to us at the same time.
We're going to try to make it easy for everybody. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start introducing first, and then we're going to start with the topic. So Cecilia Kang, Wendy Kim, just one is what is the position on Kelly Nellie Tier?
I'm a director.
Yeah. Okay, because I put director, but I was like, oh, maybe she's like, no,
that's not the title.
Yeah. Perfect. Muy bien.
How are you guys?
Oh, good. Oh, good. Thank you.
Luis. Welcome back to Latin Kiwi FM here at Planet FM with Monse and Ceci here, like every Monday at 11:35. Today we have a very special guest.
Oh, we're so excited.
So excited to have them here. If you want to meet our guests, you can also check on Facebook and YouTube our live streaming at Latin Kiwi.
And it's gonna be saved. You're gonna keep it saved.
I'm gonna see it later. So welcome, bienvenidos to our beautiful amigas, Cecilia Kang and Wendy Kim. Buenos días.
안녕하세요. Hola.
Hola.
Excellent. I love it.
I know. So Wendy Kim, she is the director of a beautiful brand of is that
Nellie Tier.
Skincare.
Natural
Yes.
skincare makeup. Yes.
Nellie Tier. If you've been in any beautiful nature kind of shop, you should be able to see Nellie Tier.
Sí, Nellie Tier practically is everywhere, and we just discovered very recently, because we had the opportunity to visit your place, where we could try different products, and we were super surprised about what you teach us the day we met you.
Yes. It was very eye-opening because we didn't know too much about it.
No, not many people know, because even when I start using Nellie Tier, I didn't know about 60% of what you put on your skin, it goes to your bloodstream and start building toxic.
Yes, that was very scary for us
so
to
what
know.
Exactly goes in your bloodstream? Like what type of toxic ingredients are in most of these?
It could be everything that you touches your skin. So, for example, environmental hormone or any chemicals that is in the skincare, including shampoo and conditioner, body wash, anything that you touch through your skin that absorb everything, and then it goes into your bloodstream.
How many hours you said? 48?
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay,
It takes only 3 hours to get in.
I want to translate that. Nos está diciendo que ella, que es experta en el skincare, las cremas que nosotros usamos, que ni siquiera preguntamos qué tienen, al momento de ponértelas, te tardan 3 horas en que todo lo que te pusiste entre a tu sistema de sangre. Entonces, todo eso recorre tu cuerpo y todas las toxinas que puede llegar a tener productos como shampoo y cremas entran a tu torrente sanguíneo. Y todos los días que lo haces, evidentemente contamina tu sistema interno. More or less, what exactly type of like mercury or mercury, or how's the name of the other parabens, and all these type of things are very common on this industry, right?
Yes.
And it can cause you even cancer and other type of sickness.
Yes.
So how did you discover this?
Because I started using Nellie Tier at that time as completely as just a consumer, and only because I was really sick at the time. That was 2013, and I was diagnosed multiple fibroids, and I was really sick.
Yeah.
And in New Zealand, they couldn't do anything else but hysterectomy, and I didn't want to do that. And I went to Korea and had a very special treatment, which was absolutely non-invasive treatment. When I came back after cured, I wanted to find out why I became sick and what caused it. And I did extensive research and reading, and I found out all the chemicals inside the skincare, and also the plastic they're using, containers and all those things. Goes into your body system and start building toxic in your body. So any woman, about 30 years ago, people didn't have really eczema that much at all. And now 1 in 4 suffer eczema. There must be some reason, right? It's a very scary figure. And those chemicals, and including environmental hormone, that's something you should be really aware of that. And how
environmental hormone, that's the name?
Yes,
Wow.
environmental
What is
hormone.
that? What is that?
For example, one of the things we often see in plastic container, where we say BPA free. Right?
Okay.
That kind of thing.
I heard that.
Any disposable sort of container, microwavable, that sort of thing. When they use coating inside, they use some special chemical, which is very bad for you. So nobody is talking about it. We have to be really aware to protect our younger generation, especially our children. They are more fragile. Once it goes into your body, it's very hard to get rid of it. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
And especially as an adult, if we have a lot of full of antioxidant in food, like a broccoli is one of the super antioxidant, that helps to get rid of that bad toxics in your body. But the children, they are very weak. They can't really. Once they get in there, it's going to be there for a very long time.
Wow.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
Wendy nos está contando. Ella dice que en el 2013 ella estaba muy enferma, le encontraron quistes en el útero, y en Nueva Zelanda la única solución que le daban como tratamiento era una histerectomía, que significa removerle el útero. Claramente eso es algo súper invasivo que ella no quiso hacer, por lo que se fue a Corea, y ahí entró en un tratamiento invasivo que la curó. Y cuando volvió a Nueva Zelanda, ella quiso saber un poco qué es lo que podría haber causado que le aparecieran todos estos quistes. Dice que ella investigó, estudió mucho y se dio cuenta que todas las cosas que ella se ponía en la piel, las cosas que ella consumía, hasta cuando uno calienta comida en un tupper, en un microondas, en una cosa plástica, todas esas tóxicas entran a tu cuerpo y se acumulan.
Sí.
Ella dice que es muy complicado remover estas toxinas de tu cuerpo. Por lo tanto, durante toda tu vida, uno ingiere, la piel absorbe estas toxinas que se te acumulan y pueden pasar cosas como lo que le pasó a ella.
So when did you, well, after this awful experience, you came back to New Zealand?
Yes.
And then you changed completely your habits in terms
Your
of
life.
everything.
Yes.
So how do you get to Nellie Tier?
So when I come back, I wanted to change my whole skincare, even food, starting to eat more natural and organic food, and including all the natural skincare. And someone introduced me Nellie Tier. I didn't know. I never heard of a Nellie Tier. So someone asked me, Wendy, I think you should try Nellie Tier product. So I said, what is it? And I had a look at their website. It was a beautiful story. There's two beautiful ladies, Sarah Said and Ann Porter. They are actually the founders. But actually Nellie Tier is a true name, who came to New Zealand in the 19th century, early 19th century.
Wow.
In her 20s.
Where was she from? Do you know?
Ireland. So Nellie Tier is a true Irish name.
Wow.
Yeah, and Porter's grandmother.
Okay.
Grandmother, yes. And they started this business not because they wanted to make money or anything like that, but it's based on Nellie Tier's true family recipe.
Yeah, I was going to say, you told us that day that it was like all her like recipes, you know?
Based on her recipe when they actually retired from master work. So Sarah Said and Ann Porter been friends for 46 years.
Wow.
So I don't want to reveal their age, but 46 years. And
the age is just a number.
Yes. They were running Master Art Gallery, so as a artistic people. And they ran business for 26 years, and in their 60s they wanted to retire, and they retired. And then for 3 months they were really happy, having nice, meeting people, have a high tea, cup of tea, and all that. After 3 months, they were starting to feel bored. Oh my God, we retired too soon. By then, when one day when they're having lunch or the morning tea with a friends or group of people, said. They were using one very nice hand cream at the time. I can't reveal that.
Yes.
Everybody knows. And they were saying, gee, we are paying this much for nothing really good.
Yeah.
So someone said, Anne, you should do better. You should do it.
Yeah.
So, your family recipe, and also she's a very good gardener, and she knows extensive knowledge about plant and herbs and like that. She's an excellent cook.
Wow.
So, okay, maybe. So they started in their garage.
Wow. I love this type of stories because it's exactly why you like everything is very organic. Like when you start with something with a friend, we are talking about Nellie Tier. Les platico rápidamente que es esta marca de cremas que de cierta manera comenzó con una persona de Irlanda que se vino a Nueva Zelanda y empezó a compartir todas sus recetas para que la gente pudiera usarlas.
Como la receta de la abuela.
Exacto, la receta de la abuela siempre sirve,
Sí.
para que vean que todo lo que los abuelos tienen, hay que seguir continuando compartiéndolos, porque ahora te dicen, no, ya vamos a la tecnología es importante, pero la parte orgánica es más.
Sí, ella usaba muchas hierbas medicinales, plantas.
Tenía todo. Okay, so right now, you guys even work together. So let's talk to Cecilia.
You are
also part of Nellie Tier.
Yes, I'm also part of Nellie Tier. I'm the creative director for Nellie Tier skincare company.
How you guys met each other? How you guys get into this new company together?
We meant to meet.
Yeah, it was destiny.
Yeah, like did you meet her first, or you met her first? How was everything?
Actually, I saw her fashion show 2019, and I was so surprised. And there was actually, I was so shocked to see such a talented young woman doing beautiful garments and fashion.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I didn't know she was a Korean at the time. Actually, I was just, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
And someone later on, after the show, someone told me, Wendy, she's actually Korean. You should meet her. And I wanted to meet her, but we didn't have an opportunity. But few months later, someone, a businesswoman, jewelry maker, she introduced us. So it was so lovely to connect. That's how
Wow. Are you very into also skincare or not? We're into skincare or more or less?
I'm actually wearing Nellie Tier skincare today, and plus some makeup on top of it.
But were you interested in skincare
When you
before
met
getting
Wendy?
into Nellie Tier?
Oh yeah, I was very interested in skincare, and I actually wanted to find out a bit more about Nellie Tier as well since I've tried it, and it was just phenomenal. Can't compare to other products, to be honest.
It's true.
Wow. How long have you been working together?
I've been working for nearly a year now. Yes.
Wow.
That's been a phenomenal journey.
Estamos hablando de que ellas se conocieron a través del fashion show, que ahorita vamos a hablar de eso, y que al final hicieron una muy buena química y ahora están trabajando juntas en este producto que de hecho para la gente de
Ella es directora
Corea
creativa de
tienen mucha background de skincare. Para la gente que no saben, son excelentes con el tema del skin.
So I was gonna ask because maybe you don't know, but at least in Chile, when you grow up, no one really tells you much. Well, at least in my generation, no one told you much about skincare, right? Like your parents will tell you just wear sunscreen when the sun is out, not even everyday basis.
Yeah.
What do you guys think is an age to start taking care of your skin? Because I think now people, younger people, are doing all these steps and all this process about every morning. What do you guys think for teenagers to start taking care of your skin?
I think it's a very good starting point as a teenager.
Yeah.
But I want them to know what you do for your skin, and when you choose any skincare, they need to know what they're putting on is actually that's good for you.
Yeah.
Because even same, nobody taught me about the skincare, what I have to avoid or what to put on good for your skin. I have to learn myself because I was sick only. And that's why more actively I wanted to share my experience with the younger generation so they know this particular a paraben is a no.
Yeah.
What
I think paraben is word that I didn't even know.
No. The thing is what happens is until people get sick, you notice.
Yes.
And that's the idea, is avoiding that part from getting to that problem. Estamos hablando de que en Latinoamérica, por ejemplo, en Chile, Monse decía que ya no le había pasado, que nadie le explicó que ponerte, que no ponerte, parabens, etcétera. Estamos diciendo que generalmente pasa que la gente se enferma, después investigan y nos damos cuenta que eso te llevó a esto.
Sí. So when you guys were growing up, did you know much about skincare?
No. Not at all. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, right?
But I'm so glad actually. I wasn't happy about being sick.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't sick, I wouldn't try to learn what's important, what's not.
Yes.
So I think it's so important to use the right natural ingredient for you. Yes, because you can actually be beautiful naturally. You don't have to put toxic,
True.
One of the ingredients I really want to focus, tell you today is SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate. that was developed by German people, very, very intelligent people during the war. That was to clean tanks and weapons and things like that, which means a very strong cleansing agent, but
corrosive kind of.
Exactly. That was machinery cleaning, but we are still today we are using
Really?
skincare, yes, and also detergent, your washing powder. So please do have a look at it, what you not to put on. Please avoid the strong chemicals if you can, and don't regret once you get sick. And a lot of people are now saying that even prostate cancer, uterus cancer is very strongly related to what you put on in your skincare, or even, all other things that you touch your skin and eat.
Imagine if for women, it's so like far away the thing about skincare, like men.
Yes.
They don't even, I mean, maybe now more, but it's not something that men really take care of much.
Yes.
I just have to say something. This is my favorite product from
Mine too.
It is super natural, smells amazing, it's really good for your skin. I am very picky with all this type of product because sometimes people say, oh yes, this is natural and it works very well, and you say, yes, marketing. But this is real. We try it. We've been there. We checked the steps that they take to get to this point. And literally, if you smell it, you even want to
It's delicious.
to eat it.
Even if you eat, it wouldn't really harm you.
Yeah.
Estamos
Eatable ingredient,
Yeah.
natural.
I want to translate. I was telling guys que este producto que tenemos aquí en la mano es mi favorito. Miren, lo pueden
Es
ver.
una máscara de
Es una-
rosa, como de rosa rosqueta, creo.
Es una máscara que te pones que literalmente parece que te la puedes comer porque es tan natural que de hecho tiene como una textura de puré. Huele bien rico y cuando te la estás poniendo, aparte de que te sientes como en un spa, literalmente ella dice que si no la llegáramos a comer no nos pasaría nada porque los productos que tienes son tan naturales que a lo mucho no te gustaría el sabor, pero no pasaría de que te psiques. Ella estaba diciendo algo, Monse, después explicar lo que dijo de los detergentes y de lo que se está usando en productos.
Así que, what was the name of the chemical that you said?
SLS. Sodium lauryl sulfate.
Cuenta que es un corrosivo para limpiar máquinas y armas, y eso es algo. Where do you find it now? It's not like creams and shampoos everywhere.
Yeah. Especially cleansing agent, which is like a cleansing foam, shampoo,
En
body
los
wash,
shampoos, en los body
You will
wash,
see.
en las ¿cómo se llama? Espumas.
Sí, limpiadores faciales.
Qué
Una locura,
increíble,
una
qué
locura.
increíble.
Vamos a otra cancioncita y volvemos.
We're coming back now with the fashion show that is coming with Cecilia Kang.
Gracias.
Bueno, nos pusiste mucho. You're putting a lot of electronic today. Why?
It's like fashion show
¿Por qué no nos
music.
pones
Yeah, it is. Fashion show music.
This is fashion show.
Ah, perfecto. Algo like,
You can feel like,
amor, que no estamos en español.
She's a good girl.
Sí.
Yeah.
Así es, mis queridos amigos, estamos aquí con dos expertas que nos están platicando lo increíble que es el tema de las cremas y esta industria, que Dios mío, díganle a sus mamás, a sus hijas, a sus hermanas. ¿Ustedes creen que este tema es banal? Yo nada más les voy a decir una cosa. Esto puede llevar a una persona a enfermarse. Hay veces que nosotros decimos, ¿por qué mi papá le dio esto? ¿Por qué a mi hermana le dio esto? Cuando ella se alimentaba bien, era súper sana. Pues probablemente por lo que se ponía en la cabeza, lo que se ponía en la crema, que pareciera que es broma, pero lo estamos platicando ahorita. Tengan mucho cuidado con todo el tema que tiene que ver con este tipo de cosas. Ay, sería bien saber si está escuchando bien. Porque ya no le pusimos el micrófono bloqueado. Entonces, bueno, es importante que ustedes sepan que este tipo de temas podría ayudarte a ti a ser preventivo. Nos preocupamos por no fumar, nos preocupamos por no tomar demasiado o por alimentarnos bien, pero nos estamos preocupando por lo que se están poniendo en la piel. Mucho ojo, amigos. Miren, Nellie Tier, aquí está. Es nuestro producto favorito. We love it. We love it. We are just talking about like I was talking about they have to be aware of things that maybe for a lot of people is like vanish, like cringe, whatever. Well, there's a lot of people who unfortunately get sick or die with cancer or other type of sickness, and people say, why? She was very good, she eats very well, she was doing exercise, but she never thought like a simple cream can put you in a risk, you know?
Yes.
So I was trying to tell them like this is not like just like, oh yeah, creams and vanish. No, it's all about healthy
Yes.
and be conscious
Yes.
about everything you put in your skin, right? Si quieres ya leo. Let's go, girls. ¿Sí se escucha? Bueno, si no, de todos, welcome, bienvenidos de regreso a la TVFM. Thank you very much to our special, beautiful guest, Cecilia Kang, and mi querida Wendy.
You guys could see them live.
Yeah, I love
gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And we're now gonna talk about something that is very unique and special. We are about to get into the famous New Zealand Fashion Week.
Yes, because if you guys are listening to us now, or if you're watching this later, you have to go and Google Cecilia Kang. You have to do it. It's just beautiful.
Just to let you know, I also did a video with an interview with her that I'm gonna release very soon. I was trying to get very close to the New Zealand Fashion Week to make it, of course, people know about it. Otherwise, there will be a lot of time in between. And I interviewed her about how she started, what's their style, etc., etc. So
You
will
can
have
tell
this
us how long have you been designing?
I've been designing for almost 6 years. I'm a self-taught designer as well. So, yeah, it's been quite a long journey for me as a fashion designer. And yeah, finally here.
Well, 6 years and you are in the New Zealand Fashion Week. Wow.
But is it your first time? No.
So 2021 will be my 3rd year for New Zealand Fashion Week.
Beautiful.
And it's been quite a long process for me to be where I am today, and yeah, I'm enjoying every moment of it.
Wow. How long it takes to put everything together for one fashion week? Like it's a week, but how many months you have to?
When this feel like a long time?
So the preparation process takes quite a long period of time. You know, to be at Fashion Week, you have to be very talented, and you know, direct invitations only.
Yes.
It's a rare platform where designers can actually showcase their creations.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Le estaba diciendo que ella está dentro del New Zealand Fashion Week y que de hecho le estamos preguntando que cuánto tiempo te tienes que preparar para llegar a ese tipo de escenarios. Ella tiene 6 años ya como diseñadora profesional, obviamente ese es el 3er año que está en el New Zealand Fashion Week y bueno, nos está platicando que tienes que tener mucho talento. Solamente ellos te pueden invitar. No puede ser como que, ay, yo voy a entrar. No, tú siéntate, querida. Sí. Siéntate y vamos.
So tell us a bit about the show for this year. Like, how many designs are you showcasing? How many models? Like, how is it the show?
So I'm thinking of showcasing around 15 to 20 garments for New Zealand Fashion Week, and hopefully we'll be using around 15 to 20 models.
Is it just one show or you get to repeat it?
So Fashion Week will be just one off. So my show is on Wednesday, 25th of August.
Oh my God!
At the runway.
So exciting!
Qué increíble poder estar ahí.
I
So,
know.
for example, in your case, I saw some of your videos about other type of shows, and you always look very normal, casual, and I would be like party, like. So how is the industry? Like, you know, sometimes these type of industries are very competitive, and you can feel the heat when you are there. So you feel welcome on this industry, like the fashion in New Zealand. It's a welcoming atmosphere, or it's very competitive. How you feel as a Korean Kiwi designer in this amazing platform?
I think there are a lot of challenges to be where I am today.
Yeah.
But I think it's just being myself and being who I am actually made me as a quite well-known designer.
Yeah.
And I'm actually getting a lot of support from Nellie Tier, the skin company, Well, it's also all the communities, getting together. It's been quite a helpful environment to be where I am today.
Yeah.
And also, Sanche, one of my sponsors.
Wow.
So I don't know if this is a hard question to answer, but how would you describe your designing, your style, your like the fashion that you create? Do you have a way like for people to know like how would you describe it?
I think my fashion design is quite glamour.
Yeah.
Glamour, glitters, a lot of silhouettes, where to kind of show different creativity in my designs. I'm always trying to be experimental
Right.
with all my new designs. And as a designer, it's quite a difficult process, and to kind of come up with new designs all the time. And I think that's a lot of pressure to come up with things that that trying to be creative.
Yeah. I was seeing on social media that you recently cast the models for your show.
Yes.
And I thought it was so cool to see that you were like welcoming every size. Like, how has it been for you to be more inclusive, maybe in like in the fashion industry?
Definitely the models, the sizes are changing in the industry. I feel like, as a diverse person who actually loves diversity and multicultural, I want to welcome every single person to be part of this kind of festival, because everybody's
Good.
part of fashion is something that everybody wants to be part of, and can we celebrate it together? What we wear every day is a fashion as well.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna translate that. Ponce le estaba preguntando que vio que últimamente estaban haciendo el tema de las pasarelas, escogiendo a las modelos. Monse le preguntó que ella vio que había todo tipo de sizes, o sea, de tamaños, de todo tipo de culturas, y ella está diciendo que ella es súper abierta con ese tema, quiere recibir a todas las personas en esta festividad, más que un festival, es una festividad donde la gente quiere participar y ella quiere ser abierta, diversa, con todo tipo de culturas, tamaños. And the question just for you, why we were not there? Why we were not shoes on this type of body?
You guys will be at my show at the Fashion Week.
Yeah,
we will.
We're gonna attend the New Zealand Fashion Week. We have to.
Of course.
Cover. We have to cover these amazing moments.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
We are
Literally, especially this year, it's going to be really stunning because this is 20th anniversary, so huge event.
Where is going to be this event?
Town hall.
Okay, in the town hall? Okay, in the center.
Yeah.
Yes.
Muy bien, super bien. And you guys gonna be also integrated Nellie Tier with you as part of the sponsor of Cecilia, right? Wow,
It's so beautiful.
It is
really so much
amazing.
fun.
One of the things that I noticed from Cecilia is she's very elegant when she creates these pieces, because generally what happens, also I have to be very honest, okay? Sorry. But generally when you saw these like fashion weeks and pasarelas and how you say runways, you sometimes see things that you say like, no, I will never use that. But I saw everything she's designed.
It's
I will use
wearable.
absolutely everything.
Yes.
Because everything has to be a balance. I know there's a lot of people who like to be very unique and then want to be break the boundaries. I agree. I think it's part of the art. But then you see, yes, but it has to be also human, It's like, this is for an alien. And I'm not going to use that. But you are like super creative, super unique, iconic, but at the same time elegant, but at the same time disruptive. At the same, so there's a lot of things going on that at the end of the day is something that you will wear. You wouldn't care. Like if I go there, I go like, huge stuff. I don't care because it's Cecilia Kang. I would be very happy, but I need to wear a little bit of.
I wanted to know,
I need to lose weight first.
Same.
Now you are perfect. You're okay.
Everybody wants to lose weight.
Just water.
Just water
to
the
the
chula.
That's not what we want to transfer.
No.
I was going to ask, how many people you need to like create the designs? Because you cannot like design and sew everything. Like, how many people do you have working for you?
So usually, normally you actually have a team of people who are actually taking the role. But at the moment, I'm one person. I'm doing everything.
That's why I must say, I've been with her almost a year now, and I've known her over a year. I never met somebody such a
Hard
really
worker.
artistic and really super
So you
talented.
sew as well.
Yes, she does everything. She does everything. It's amazing. She's just
Where do you
amazing.
do that? Like you have
a place, a workshop, or where?
So,
Physically.
so I actually prepare everything at Highwell at the moment, but because of COVID, I did have a showroom in Viaduct, but I had to kind of terminate that because it was been quite difficult to maintain the showroom. So now so I'm being helpful with all the companies we've been.
Wow. I just want to make a question about, for example, Latin American design. Have you noticed something about Latin America? Have you seen something about Mexico? Do you have some reference about like any icons in Latin America?
I love Miss Universe.
Oh, well
done.
Yes.
I get a lot of inspiration from all the glamour gowns that's been on, all the pageants as well.
Sí, well done, es cierto.
Yeah, so that gives me, inspiration. And,
I saw a piece that she showed me that she's quite aware, of course, about, for example, a Spanish type of Gaudí. There's you showed me last time a piece that you're gonna see very soon in this YouTube channel because I have the interview, and it was like a pieces of different embellishments and colors, like kind of Gaudí Spanish type of pieces together, like tiles, and it looks so elegant, so beautiful. I wouldn't think about it. Like, how would you get this inspiration? It's just like you think, or you read, or you see, or you travel. How do you get this inspiration?
For embellishment, I kind of check everything by hand. Kind of visit a lot of different places where fabrics. So I think it's about touch, feel, and see.
And then you start getting inspired with the fabric.
Getting inspiration with all the fabrics, and the place where I work at Nellie Tier as well. All this kind of senses and textures and what I see. That just kind of evokes me with a lot of inspiration and ideas.
Do you know what you're gonna wear for the fashion show?
I think I have to prepare a lot of things behind the scenes.
You have to become.
I'm thinking about what to wear, but I'll try my best to kind of flourish.
This is very, very fun, right? For example, you are practically also part of this amazing project. Do you have pieces from Cecilia? Like you wear some pieces from Cecilia once in a while in a special event?
Sure, it's a super secret, so even though, I'm very close, she doesn't show everything. So
Claro, it has to be a wow surprise. It has to be the effect of the
patience.
So when you are in this fashion week, how intense it is for you? For example, you have to arrive very early, or you have a schedule, how everything works behind the scenes.
I think it's a lot of preparation is involved to prepare for New Zealand Fashion Week. So you have to get all the schedules and everything arranged and get all the hair and makeup sorted.
Yeah,
it's actually quite a long.
But it must be so much fun.
But so much fun, but at the same time can be quite emotional as well. Finally get to show your pieces on the runway. So to kind of get all the things that on the runway that kind of brings all the emotions that's been going through.
Wow. So
this is so great.
In your past experience, you had any funny memory, like maybe a model like just trip up and almost or nothing?
I think a lot of models kind of do have a little bit of difficult carrying my gown because it's super
and because it's very tight, there's a lot of embellishment and stuff. It's quite a challenge also for a model to wear and be like super secure and sexy. Wow.
You know, guys, we're reaching the end of the show pretty much, and I have a question coming back a little bit with skincare. What would be your advice for someone that wants to start with skincare? Like, where do you start?
So important thing for any ages. cleaning or cleansing, and plus moisturizing is the number one too.
Yeah.
And the third part is sunblock, because New Zealand sun is too strong.
Yeah,
But
and like every day.
Yeah, every day. But usually sunblock is very hard area. You can find something really natural. They have to use a lot of chemicals in it, unfortunately.
Right.
And then, but there are some particular ingredients you must avoid.
Yeah.
So if you know your skin type, and usually natural skincare is for everyone, so it doesn't really matter. But if you have some specific skin condition, you need to know what your skin types are, and you use the right product. I think Nellie Tier can be a really good start. That's absolutely, I can tell you, 100% natural, made in New Zealand very proudly.
Yeah.
And it's not going to harm you in any aspect. So that's a very good starting point. Especially in terms of teenage skincare, there are usually a lot of skin troubles, you know.
Yes.
So
Even when you're older, like I still get acne and like all those kind of skin situations.
She also once mentioned that also is very important what you eat. You remember you told me, like, for example, kimchi is very good. You can eat kimchi and it has a lot of antioxidants. What else do you recommend, like a basic, something that can be helpful for us to make a Korean
have a good balanced meal. You cannot only eat meat because meat is good for you, or veggie only. Try to have a good balanced meal so you know what's important. Protein, how much you need daily, for example, in terms of food. So balanced meal is very important. Not too
water.
Yeah, drink a lot of water. At
Green
least
tea.
1.5. Green tea is very good for your skin as well. I drink green tea every day, and I have one coffee a day too, because actually coffee can be very good. Prevent diabetes and boost your brain a little bit, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much to you girls, because you also are an inspiration for us. Gracias for coming, Cecilia. We'll have you very soon in the media, because pretty sure just check this beautiful face. You're gonna see her around. So gracias for everything.
Adiós. Be beautiful naturally, everyone.
Gracias, amigos. Les queremos muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. A todas las personas que estuvieron con nosotros, les estaremos presentando más de Nellie Tier y de Cecilia Kang en
Y búsquenla,
la siguiente.
googleenla.
Sí.
Maravilloso.
Gracias, amigos. Les mandamos un beso.